So the new book, Team of Vipers by Cliff Sims, is supposed to be hitting bookstores this coming Tuesday, January 29th. But as is often the case, as we've seen the last 2 years, anytime one of these new tell-all books about the Trump administration comes out, reporters get their hands on the copies, they release excerpts, they talk about things that happen in the book. And we've got another one of those that I feel is worthy of sharing. Again, if you're not familiar, we had talked about this before. Cliff Sims worked on the Trump campaign, and then he worked in the Trump White House until this past May. So he was a guy, he was there during the campaign, he was there during the administration. He saw a lot of things, he remembered a lot of things, and he wrote a lot of things. But today, one of the things we want to talk about is the fact that according to Sims, one of the accounts he talks about in his books, is that Donald Trump was absolutely obsessed with the media coverage of him. And here's the thing, though, that Sims says. He didn't care if it was good or bad. He just wanted there to be coverage. He likes to talk a lot about fake news and how they're so mean to him. But at the same time, he thrives off of people just talking about him and saying his name. But there is one paper he did care what they wrote about him, and that was the New York Times. Obviously, Trump's a New Yorker. He wants to know what his hometown paper has to say about him. And that is why, according to this account from Sims, Trump was on the phone with a prominent White House reporter trying to get the reporter to give up their sources inside the administration because Trump was also obsessed with finding the leakers, wanted to know who the hell they were. And so when the reporter wouldn't give up the names of their sources inside the White House, Trump said, well, here's the deal. I'm going to offer you this. I'm going to bribe you a bit here. I'll give you better stories than any of those people could give you. So you tell me who it is. And then from now on, I'll be the one feeding you stories and you'll be getting it straight from me so you know you can believe it. Luckily, the reporter said, yeah, I don't believe that at all. So I'm not going to tell you who the names of these people are. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. So Trump tried to bribe this reporter by saying, I'll give you all the stories, I'll give you all the dirt in this White House. Just tell me who my leakers are. Tell me who the bad ones are. Who can I trust? Who can I not trust? I think that's hilarious. And I think that is exactly how this conversation probably went down. But if you think that's bad, it actually gets a lot worse. Because it turns out that one of the people who's apparently been leaking some stories, at least according to Cliff Sims and according to previous reporting, is Kellyanne Conway. You see, according to Sims, most people in the White House did not like Kellyanne Conway. They didn't know why she was there, what she did, or why she even existed. But she did, and they had to deal with it. But even Donald Trump himself came to a point where he didn't exactly trust Kellyanne Conway. So according to one account by Sims, he took her MacBook and was looking on it and found messages where Kellyanne Conway was bad-mouthing the administration. And she was sending it to the New York Times, CNN, and the Washington Post. You know, the three top ones that Trump loves to call fake news. Kellyanne Conway. Again, that is if this account is accurate, and I hate having to say that because you got to say that about everything nowadays, but according to Cliff Sims, that 100% happened. Trump took Kellyanne Conway's MacBook, saw these messages that she's sending out to these other news outlets, and probably wasn't too happy. But, you know, they say she was playing a double game, you know, trying to tell Trump like, oh, I'm out here doing my best for you. And also like, hey, media outlets, look how stupid all these idiots are. Wow. And again, we have seen Kellyanne Conway do things like that in the past, where she has attempted to say something bad about somebody and then tried to tell the reporter, like, by the way, put that down as from an anonymous source. But the reporter said, you've already been telling me things and you didn't tell me that beforehand, so I'm not going to do it. I don't have to. So again, both of these stories from the book seem incredibly plausible, but, you know, anything coming from anyone who spent a couple years working for Donald Trump, kind of have to take it with a grain of salt because you don't survive that long working for a comprehensive, you know, disgusting liar without picking up a few of their bad habits. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.